Keir Starmer's government knows that Nigel Farage and Reform UK are dominating the immigration debate. Polling shows Reform ahead on the issue, and Starmer has branded their plan to abolish indefinite leave to remain racist and immoral. Yet the Home Office under Shabana Mahmood is simultaneously unveiling a sweeping tightening of the same indefinite leave to remain system, doubling the wait from 5 to 10 years, adding new hoops, high-level English, spotless criminal records, national insurance contributions, no benefits, volunteering. This is meant to prove Labour can be tough but fair. In reality, it looks like Reform light. And the strategy seems abundantly clear. Neutralise Reform's populism by offering a more palatable toughness, and Starmer wants to say, we control borders, we reward contribution, but we don't scapegoat. It echoes Blair's 2000s approach to asylum and Brown's British jobs for British workers moment. Co-opt the language of concern so workers feel no need to deflect to the right. But here the trap is obvious. Every time mainstream parties validate the premise that migrants must forever prove worth, the bar shifts to the right. Reform can always say, if people aren't good enough after 10 years, why let them stay at all? Proposals create a permanent probation class. Parents and children will spend a decade unable to plan long-term housing, education or citizenship. Refugees, who often arrive traumatised and need benefits initially, could be locked out of settlement. People working exhausting shifts in hospitals or care homes may fail the vague volunteering test. The Home Office, already error-prone, will be asked to judge high English and community contribution. Anyone who's fought an immigration appeal knows how arbitrary such judgments become. Mahmood promises fairness. The likely result is expensive appeals, inconsistent decisions, and entrenched insecurity. There is madness here, because it comes from the same Home Office playbook that has repeatedly failed. Windrush, hostile environment, endless status checks. Labour hopes to calm anxiety but risks validating it. Once you accept Farage's frame, that migrants are a threat unless permanently scrutinised, you've already lost. Farage can always demand tougher thresholds, shorter visas, faster removals. Starmer says Reform is racist while mimicking its policy logic. How can Reform be more racist than the Labour Party? The contradiction is obvious to voters and invites ridicule. Richard Tice already calls this a watered-down imitation. It is. We've been here before. Cameron promised to reduce net migration to tens of thousands to head off UKIP. It failed. It empowered Farage. Theresa May's hostile environment, hardened rules, but didn't reduce numbers. Instead, it created injustice and distrust and a lazy Home Office. Each time the right grew stronger. Trying to out-tough populists doesn't make them go away, it legitimises their story. Labour could reframe the debate. It could focus on competence, fairness and contribution already given, but not new barriers. Explain that migrants pay more in taxes than they take, keep the NHS and care system alive, integrate faster when status is secure. Starmer could contrast this evidence-based approach with Reform's cruelty and fantasy economics. Instead, he's allowing Farage to set the terms. Mahmood spoke movingly about her parents and the corner shop cricket bat. But policy made from personal fear and electoral panic is dangerous. Britain risks creating a hierarchy of belonging, citizens at the top, long-term migrants trapped below, forever having to prove themselves. It may win tomorrow's headlines, but it cedes the long game to Farage. The Home Office has once again persuaded a government to fight on hostile terrain, and that rarely ends well. What a plonker!